I think Lou Bosch's house was down here at the bottom somewhere. So the answer to an earlier question was, can I come here before going and seeing Bernard? And the answer is no. But what we can do while we're here is we can go and see the scribe and learn our dear Henry to read. I love that they just have this so central to the town.
What are you doing here?
Well, I want a cabbage.
Let's talk about the price. Agree?
I'd almost shake on that.
I think this is the scribe. And that is a door I can't open. Is it going to let me in? It's open now.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk.
Literally every single person in the game has been telling me that I should be at the monastery and reminding me of my broken vows. And then this is the one guy that's like, yeah.
I don't want to waste time. We can get started.
He did break his vow. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you? A monk's got no
what sort of...
out here. What happened to your vows? Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad?
I've read the book.
Wonderful. You're one of my most talented pupils. Books are valuable. And the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation.
What I am very much looking forward to after this is playing it as maybe a bad Henry that does none of the quests and might just murder and thief, steal from everybody.
Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. There's nothing more I can teach you.
Thank you.
I take it you enjoy this game enough that you're you replay it. Do you play it back to back, or do you go off and do other things
that
first?
will cure all ailments, and onions that will make you cry when you cut them, and cry for joy when you taste them.
I love this guy. Right, so Henry can now read, but I've got to go and see Bernard in Neuhof.
Yeah.
Am I broadcasting to other countries? That's weird. Okay, we're back at Neuhof. That's a lot of horses. I think I've got to talk to Bernard. I think Radzig comes in, doesn't he? Yes.
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Oh, Radzig, not you as well.
A monk's got no business
Bernie.
out here. What happened to your vow?
These people.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and...
And you didn't bother telling anyone. What if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I
hope we've got that out of the way.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around at Ujits.
The achievements I want to get by the end of this game are the no-kill run,
Aren't you meant to be
hardcore,
in the monastery, lad?
all traits, and I hope to find all of the shrines and waypoints or whatever as Pilgrim Henry. And I also want to, the first time round, how did you get on with the monastery when you did the monastery? The first time round I completely fluffed it, I got kicked out. So this time round I want to You know, I'm hoping the monastery is kind of like a major point in Henry's life.
What are you doing here? Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad? God be with you, lad.
And I asked the first person I interacted with about the person we were looking for, and the person I was talking to was the person I was supposed to be looking for. I had my suspicions, but yeah, I got poisoned at breakfast one morning, and then it all went wrong from there, and I got thrown out because I'm awful at timekeeping. With organic playthroughs, I don't like to restart if something goes wrong, so that I get it right. I like to deal with the consequences of my actions. So by the time I finished that monastery segment, I killed the abbot. I choked out a few other people trying to find keys to get back into the monastery. It was quite the ordeal. I think there's an achievement, isn't there, for becoming a actual full-on monk from your time at the monastery. Hashtag life goals, eh, Henry?
Yeah.
So we're going back up to the north. Ujits.
Yeah.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits. They say he had a limp.
Shit.
Dum dum dum. Drama.
Allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.